Hi, how's it going today, everyone? Windbreak Nate here, and I have a breaking news story for you. Wow, UCLA, Nike, and the Jordan brand have agreed to do a sponsorship deal. I know you all remember the video I did a few months ago of Under Armour dropping UCLA because of the loophole in the contract that they had, and basically COVID being the reason that they were able to actually drop UCLA. But UCLA is back, and they're back huge with this new deal with the Nike and Jordan brand. Many people are crediting UCLA's new athletic director, Martin Germain, with this deal. Martin Germain was quoted by saying, "It happens when you're elite." Germain is formerly of BC, Boston College, of the last 3 years, and he's a Fayetteville, North Carolina native. Okay, now for the good stuff. The deal itself is for 6 years, but I know some of you guys are wondering, why would it say Nike and Jordan brand and UCLA does a deal? Well, here's the crazy part and the interesting part as well. So Jordan brand will be sponsoring, and their logo will be on both basketball programs, the women's and men, and the football team will also have the Jordan brand logo, making it the fifth college football program to have the Jordan brand logo, and I believe maybe the fifth or sixth or maybe even the fourth. I have to check that out. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that one for the women's basketball program. This deal with Jordan brand also makes UCLA the only Pac-12 team to wear Jordan brand. Now, how traditional Nike comes in is that Nike will be supplying the other 22 varsity sports at UCLA. I love how Nike and the Jordan brand continuously does this. They keep continuously showing that they're dominant, they're the number one brand, and that nothing is going to stop them from basically taking over. And if you slip up once, just like Under Armour did, even though it was kind of not their fault because of COVID got in the way, but if you slip up at all, Nike's going to be there and they're going to pick up where you left off, and they're going to do it even greater than you did. Love how the few teams have Jordan, the other teams have Nike. It's so interesting because football and Jordan brand, are starting to become extremely more popular. They're getting a lot more athletes in football, which I'll be inform you guys later who are the Jordan brand football athletes. But then also on the other hand, you have the other schools and Nike, which is the top brand, and that's still a great look. It's the best look, actually. But I believe Nike and Jordan brand did this also with Oklahoma. They're doing this right now. They're doing this with Florida, the University of Florida. They're doing this with Houston, which I just found out Houston has signed a deal with Jordan brand for basketball, so it will be supplying their women's and men's basketball teams. And they're doing this with Michigan, I believe, with football and basketball. So this isn't the only school. This is the fifth school that has done this with men's and women's basketball and also football. But it's just great to see. And then the rest of the schools that I just named, and including UCLA, will be with Nike. So that's such a great look, and it's such a great way of doing business. And it's such a great way to continuously get the Jordan brand out there while still having Nike dominant and being shown at the same time. It's so great with what they're doing. Props to them. Jordan brand issued a statement. Like Nike and Jordan brand, the Bruins have a championship mindset, and their impact is felt in both sports within the community. Craig Williams, Jordan brand president. Williams also stated, "We are beyond excited to welcome UCLA into the family, and we're looking forward to partnering with some of the best athletes in the world." A little more from the deal. The deal also agrees to student athlete development programs, 2 summer internships each year for UCLA students, and an annual host selected from students for educational experience at company headquarters. So I'm guessing that's Nike and or Jordan brand, because that one's growing as well so much. But I would suggest the best experience would be at Nike headquarters rather than Jordan headquarters because it's so much bigger. But hey, if you're a student and you get either one of those opportunities, you will take either one. I know I would. This also was a big recruiting move for UCLA. Being that they're on the West Coast And one of the top, if not the top brand ambassador for Jordan Brand right now is Russell Westbrook, who's from the West Coast. They seek to get a lot more recruits from that. And now that they're in Jordan Brand slash Nike, that's going to help out a lot in recruiting. The deal is expected to go into effect July 1st of 2021. Jarman, UCLA's athletic director, was quoted with saying, "UCLA is elite, and our student athletes deserve every resource in their pursuit of excellence. We sought to partner with the best in the world, that is Nike and Jordan Brand." Jarman also was quoted with saying, "Going into this process, our top priority was to secure the best quality and most innovative product to help our student athletes and coaches compete for championships." I literally can't say enough about this deal. As I already stated, this is wonderful, and this is just again showing how Nike capitalized on other people's mistake, and it's going to make it greater, and it's going to benefit everyone. But I think this also shows how much more it's going to be for Jordan Brand. Who knows, even with the way it's going, I can't call it for sure, but one day Jordan Brand could even be its own thing and buy itself out of Nike or separate from Nike. Like I said, I can't see that happening just because Nike is the mother brand, but this is so big for them. And I could see one day people starting to separate those brands and just seeing Jordan Brand as its own brand and not even thinking about Nike once they think about Jordan Brand. And if that was to ever happen, that would be huge. Jordan Brand is already doing big things, and they've most likely taken over basketball. I mean, Nike still pretty much has the top athletes and kind of has always had them with LeBron. Rest in peace to Kobe, but they had Kobe. I am hearing rumors, though, that LeBron is about to get his own brand. As I said in the Curry video, that the Curry and Under Armour video, that I expected it to happen. And it seems like it's going to happen because in a recent video, he said he wanted Luka to be his first athlete on the LeBron brand. So we'll stay tuned, and I'll definitely update you guys on that. But as I was saying, it seems like Jordan is going to be taking over basketball because Nike has Kyrie, they have Paul George, LeBron, and they got a few other guys. But right now, the Jordan brand for basketball looks crazy elite. Nike has KD as well, which is huge. But Jordan Brand has a lot of the young and upcoming stars like Zion and Luka. Just listen to these Jordan Brand basketball athletes. Oh, and by the way, they just literally signed today Bradley Beal and Karis LeVert, which I'm going to be doing a video on next. They have LaMarcus Aldridge, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Bacon, Harrison Barnes, Nicholas Batum, Bradley Beal, Bismack Biyombo, Mike Conley Jr., Luka Doncic, Andre Drummond, Devontae Graham, Blake Griffin, Jeff Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., Frank Kaminsky, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Karis LeVert, Caleb Martin, Cody Martin, Nene, Victor Oladipo, Jabari Parker, Chris Paul, Otto Porter Jr., Jason Tatum, Mo Wagner, Kemba Walker, Russell Westbrook, Zion Williamson, and Cody Zeller. And for WNBA players, they have Tia Cooper, Crystal Dangerfield, Asia Durr, Maya Moore, Kia Nurse. They also have Hachimura and Satu Sabali, who I actually couldn't pronounce their names. So I went back and wanted to get their names right and put it in the video. But that's just for basketball. Listen to this. For college football teams, they have the University of Florida, University of Michigan, University of North Carolina, University of Oklahoma, and the University of California now. Also, for football players, they have Devontae Adams, Jamal Adams, Le'Veon Bell, Dez Bryant, Michael Crabtree, Thomas Davis, Jimmy Garoppolo, Stephon Gilmore, Joe Hayden, Dwayne Haskins, Malik Hooker, Jordan Howard, Melvin Ingram, Alshon Jeffrey, Cameron Jordan, Deshaun Kaiser, Tyrann Mathieu, Jordan Reed, Sterling Shepard, Earl Thomas, Michael Thomas, Bobby Wagner. For baseball, they have Mookie Betts, Dexter Fowler, Gio Gonzalez, Aaron Hicks, Manny Machado, David Price, CC Sabathia, Corey Ray. Their college basketball teams are the University of Florida, Georgetown University, University of Houston, Marquette University, University of Michigan, University of North Carolina, University of Oklahoma, San Diego State University, and now Cal. For boxing, they have Gennady Golovkin, Roy Jones Jr., and Andre Ward, and the list goes on. So to wrap this up, Jordan and Nike brand are doing great things. Like I said, they just signed Bradley Beal and Karis LeVert, which I'm about to do a video on as well. But this UCLA deal, like I said before, it just shows how great they are with capitalizing and making things better that someone might have messed up on or made a mistake on, or something bad happened with their relationship, and they're really, really good at being those people that come in and treat everyone right for the most part, because there's obviously stories out there with them not treating people fairly, or so people would say they weren't treated fairly, but there's stories to both sides. But anyway, they're usually great at what they do. This is another example of them being great and doing something great, and this will work out. And this is only going to continuously make that true and make the Jordan brand even bigger. So you guys tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. Do you like this? Do you like this as a UCLA fan? Do you like this as a Pac-12 fan? Would you like to see the Jordan brand and Nike more so in the Pac-12? They're already pretty much there a lot, but would you like to see the Jordan brand there more? Would you like to see the Jordan brand in the SEC, ACC more? Would you like to see this happening all over the country in football, basketball, and tennis? How do you like this? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's One Break Nate, and I'm out.